Like Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory minus all the colorful midgets. Welcome back to the latest episode of High and Wide. I don't have an incredible witty intro for my man. We all know him, the round, Franny Boat. We got a lot to get into, Fran. I can't get in the long-winded introduction. We got to keep it short and sweet.
You can come up with all the excuses you want. Everybody out there knows that you need a couple of weeks to put something that fire together. So we'll give you a pass since it's a short week.
Fake news. That's fake news, ladies and gentlemen. So here we are recapping week one. Big win for the Eagles.
Let me ask you a question before we get into it. What was the spread on that game? It was 9.5?
Yeah, I told you, don't lay the points.
You said, I believe you took several shots at me for saying take the points.
Repeatedly said don't lay the points. Repeatedly said don't lay the points.
We're going to have to run that back and let the people decide. I'm pretty sure you said take the points, but whatever.
I did. I said take the points. That's right. Correct. Not laying them. We're taking them. Revisionist history. Doesn't matter what the record says. It matters what we're saying right now. And what it's saying right now is the Eagles are 1-0.
Right. That's
Leaders in the whole NFL.
Whoa. That's a huge statement.
Hey, it is what it is. I don't make these things up. This is the way God intended. So there was a little nervousness at the beginning of the game, Fran. First half, there's some text going back and forth. Someone was a little nervous.
I wasn't nervous. My text, when I sent you a text, it said, you know what I'm thinking right now. I was alluding to the 9.5 points. But you were Yeah, okay.
We'll move on from that.
Okay. I gotta get introduced to I gotta be a member of the world that you live in, man.
It's a beautiful
fantastic place.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's like Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory minus all the colorful midgets.
Right, no colorful midgets, but plenty of bullshit sandwiches to eat go around.
Ooh, plenty. Oh my God, have you ever had a bullshit sandwich in Wonka World?
I've caught whiffs just dealing with you over the last 36 years.
And they clearly taste delicious if you keep coming back.
I've grown immune.
You've grown accustomed to. You love them.
Yeah, so they're 1-0. Very, very poor start to the game. I mean, you're not going to be able to do that against a lot of teams, so that's got to get fixed. And I will say, second half, Dougie P, for whatever reason, that guy goes into the locker room and comes out with a whole new set of rules.
Because he's a good coach.
Right, that's right. Why. You're right. And they got it done in the second half, so it was...
Yeah, you know what? I think a lot of the first half was rust, too. Knocked some rust off. Offensive line, defensive secondary, some linebackers. They knocked off that rust. Even halfway through the second quarter, they were looking much better. I mean, obviously, third and fourth quarter, they were lights out. But, hey, you play bad teams, you're supposed to win those games, right?
How did you feel about that 6th-round pick burning our secondary?
Hey, things happen. Things are going to happen.
And you know why that secondary got burnt?
Because there was no rush in the up front because the guys were rusty.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
Okay, but the second half was a much different story, right?
Yeah, you got to the quarterback. But
exactly. So they knocked off the rust. They got to the quarterback.
You're not going to be able to do that against a lot of teams. And don't act like that's the first time that's happened to this team. They're notoriously come out sluggish. So they got to get their shit together to start the game. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Case Keenum jersey didn't have a single dirt nor grass stain on it in the first half.
Yeah, what was he, like 8 for 8 in the fucking first quarter and a half?
Didn't even sniff him. The defensive front couldn't even tell you what flavor deodorant he had on.
And then wait a minute. What is the deal with fucking Vernon Davis making this team look like a bunch of like a pound ball team, man? He torches us every year.
What? See, I have a better question about Vernon Davis. Why is Vernon Davis crying like a pussy every time he makes a play?
Fucking dad died like 2 days before the game, dude. Jeez.
Did he? His dad died 2 days? I didn't know that. That's fantasy football 101. Family death, you automatically start him. It's an automatic start if he has a family death.
Not even a family death. You start him early in the season against the Eagles every year. It's crazy how It's almost like starting D-Jax. Like, you have to start Deshaun Jackson early on in the year because that's when he gets the majority of his points.
Yeah, this year you're going to have to start Deshaun all the time.
Yeah, no, I think that's true. And you started touching on it a little bit on Twitter, with a little Twitter back and forth with one of my good buddies who's breaking my balls about not trading him for Lamar Jackson. And,
yeah, that's
was an integral part of that deal, and he just doesn't seem to want to get involved, but whatever.
Yeah, we're not, that's, no one wants to hear about the inner workings of our fantasy football leagues or the back and forth that is involved. That is not what people come here for.
Settle down,
come here for
Nancy. Settle down.
What they come here for.
Get back to the game. We know what they come here for.
7 quarterback hits by the Philadelphia Eagles in the second half. 7. Case Keenum was scraping himself off the Lincoln Financial turf in the second half. It was a much different half for the Eagles front and for Case Keenum.
Yeah, the front takes a hit though. You lose Malik Jackson for the year, which looks like a kick in the fucking balls, right? A little adapt and overcome for sure, but he was a nice piece. I was looking forward to seeing him and Fletcher next to each other for 16 games.
Yeah, good news is that Timmy Jernigan was a dickhead last year and hurt his back, so nobody wanted to take a flyer on him in the offseason except the Eagles. So you have a starting defensive tackle on a Super Bowl winning team caliber player coming off your bench. You're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And they just picked up Akeem Spence today too, which he's not gonna win you a Super Bowl, but he could definitely give a couple guys a couple plays off. So
yeah, we'll see about Akeem Spence. I'm leery of guys who were on the streets after week 1, especially when they've been cut by the Miami Dolphins. That is a double red flag, waving really big.
Nobody knows what the fuck's going on down there, bro. So
hey,
he played all 16 games last year, so I mean he's not like a total loser.
Well, all 16 games last year and is on the street after week 1, cut by a really bad team. There's red flags there, man. There's no doubt about it. I'm not gonna get excited about Akeem Hicks or whatever his name is.
Excited about it, but you gotta acknowledge that
Akeem Spence.
They made a move to replace Avoid. That's all right.
Yeah, fuck that guy. What's up with Rasul Douglas? I don't think Rasul Douglas can cover anybody anymore.
Well, we talked about it all leading up to the season. There's nobody back there can cover anybody except maybe Maddox. Jones looked okay on a couple plays, but Darby, I don't know.
I'll be honest. I never really liked. I don't get the infatuation fans have with Rasul Douglas. They always think that he should be playing over somebody else. I don't see it. But hey,
when you're trotting fucking Trey Sullivan out there last year, and whoever the fuck else that was getting thrown out there instead of him, I have a problem because it's not like those guys were helping you. So at least that kid, he'll hit somebody if he gets a chance.
And what's the problem? He's nowhere near anybody to hit them. He's getting burnt. Can't catch up. So we broke some news last week that Adrian Peterson, that Jay Gruden wanted to cut him, and then but the brass wouldn't let him. And then a day or two later, after episode drops, it comes out that Jay Gruden is not even dressing Adrian Peterson week 1.
Yeah,
he is healthy scratch. And now that evolves. A lot of veterans on the team apparently were very upset about that. But that story has now evolved because Geis hurt his knee again in the game on Sunday. He will not be dressed week 2. AP is now the start running back in Washington.
I mean, if you're him, you can't get upset about it, right? I know he's.
I mean, you can.
Why? He's still getting a paycheck. You just got an extra week off. Like you didn't get your ass kicked for an extra week, 1 week less than you normally would. I mean, at this point in his career, like, what are you gonna cry about it? You gonna hold out? Nobody wanted you anymore. Like,
well, you can't hold out if they're not starting you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are your other options? Be a man, suck it up, take it on the chin, and know that the guys in front of you are probably going to get hurt. Chris Thompson's a hard hit away from missing 8 weeks. So,
Yeah, I mean, the only thing AP can probably do is pick up another switch and smack his kid. But
if I was AP, I'd start fumbling the ball all over the fucking place just to prove a point.
Well, he can. He's a veteran. After week 1, his contract is fully vested this year. He can get cut and he gets paid. It does not matter.
Somebody will pick him up throughout the year if he gets cut, because the way these guys are all dropping like flies nowadays, it's, you have to have fucking 8 guys available at once.
I don't know. I'd be hard pressed. I think he'd be hard pressed to find another job if he gets cut. There's too many young guys, too many healthy, fresh legs out there that can get picked up off the streets, that can provide the same, if not better, production than Adrian Peterson at 147 years old.
There's got to be a coaching job waiting for him somewhere, right?
No.
Wait, you don't want him molding young talent?
I don't want him near anybody I know.
Yeah.
Anybody on my team. I mean, yeah, he can coach. He can go. Yeah, absolutely. There's 3 places he can go coach in the NFC East that I can think of off the top of my head. But none of them are here. No. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure he could. I'm sure they're dying to have him back. So interesting start to the game. Besides, obviously, the Eagles' sluggish start. Darren Sproles.
Yeah, get the lion's share of the carries in the first half, huh?
Fuck.
He still got it, though. He still got it.
Still got it. Stop it.
Hey, man, he did well for himself, I think. I'm telling you, dude. They're just trying to get him to that yardage mark, and then they're gonna put the brakes on, and they're gonna tone it back a little bit. He wants to get that fucking record, man. He wants to move in the top 5 all time, all purpose.
I mean, they need him to catch punts. They need him to wave his hand over his head, real neat and nice. Make sure there's no flag. Catch the ball. And then let Carson come out and do what he has to do.
I will forever not understand the rotations that we implore. I don't know. I'm not saying
Deuce
good,
needs to be
bad,
in
or
a cup.
indifferent, but I don't know what the hell Deuce is doing over there, because
Deuce needs to be in a cup, without a doubt.
Yeah. Is he drinking too much pickle juice? I don't know. And there's never going to be enough time to get somebody in a rhythm. Now, I'm not saying you keep a guy in 80% of the snaps, but that position's all about rhythm.
I mean, he did spread it out, rushing attempts. Miles Sanders had 11, Sproles had 9, and Jordan Howard had 6. We didn't see Jordan Howard at all to the second quarter, which was peculiar.
Yeah, it's odd. I thought he was going to be the starter.
And then also, no one saw Darren Sproles even Darren Sproles was shocked. They even opened up a 5 wide. Why'd they go 5 wide, empty backfield?
Why do you go 5 wide and not throw it fucking deep, too? I mean, come on. Everybody wanted that.
Yeah, we all wanted it. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I wanted it. Boy, did I want it. It's too predictable. Jordan Howard was very effective, though. Very effective with his carries.
Dude, he's a solid back. I don't,
He caught that ball out of the backfield, a couple balls that were at his feet.
Yeah.
A guy who's not known. A guy who's not known for his hands. Made a couple nice catches. 6 carries, 44 yards. He was very productive. Took 2, 3, 4 guys to tackle him every single time.
Yeah.
Now, our boy Miles Sanders, although overall rushing yards average, not very efficient. 11 carries for 25 yards.
Yeah,
he had that long touchdown. He had 20-some yard touchdown called back.
He had two long, decent-sized runs that got called back, right?
Well, he had a 19-yard run that stood. He had that longer touchdown that looked really, really, really nice. That got called back. He looked good though. I thought he looked really, really good.
Yeah.
Picked up a couple blitzes very nicely.
Yep. Yeah, he's clearly the future. So, do you think they try and move Howard for something?
No, absolutely not. Nope. You know what? They got Darren Sproles. I'm trying to rationalize this, to be honest. Darren Sproles, hot day, veteran. Put him out there. Get him some touch. He's not going to be the guy at the end of the year. Save the workhorse in Jordan Howard.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more of him, though.
Yeah, without a doubt. I don't mind a rotation. I don't mind if it's split in between the two. Talked about this before. Still have no problem with it. Each one of the guys had a long run. No 20-yard runs, but 2-7 each. Sproles and Howard each had 17-yard runs, and Miles Sanders had a 19-yard scamper. Also the touchdown, like we talked about, they got called back. If you want to include that too, I'm going to include it. I'm officially giving. I'll call the NFL after this. I'm officially giving Miles Sanders 20 yards. So it's 45 yards on 12 carries, like 4 yards carry-ish. Great day by Miles Sanders.
You can't do that.
I can. Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Sadly, and quick little true story. There's some fucking scumbag jerk off is out there, statistician who works for the NFL, and just because he felt like it on a random Wednesday, 3 days after the previous week's games were over, decided I'm going to change a touchdown pass to a lateral, and I'm going to totally fuck somebody's entire fantasy season. And
good.
So that shit happens. So fuck that guy, and you can't do that. Miles Sanders is not getting that 20 yards, and that's where we're going to leave it.
Big day for the Redskins on the ground. Big day. 28 yards rushing.
I got to be honest. I thought the Geist was going to have a decent day. I didn't think he'd crack 100, but I thought for sure he'd get to 70, 75, 80 yards, maybe a touchdown. But they came out firing the ball all over the field, and by the time they wanted to start running the ball, our boys figured it out. So.
Well, the left half of their offensive line is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, when you're trying Eric Flowers out there.
So, hey, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I think every single rush they had was to the right side. So when you're limited to only be able to run the ball at half the field, I guess your carries are gonna be limited. 13 carries, 28 yards. Eagles 31 carries, 123 yards.
Yeah, I mean
that's
a good day. You're trotting
Geist
out there, and then Thompson. Everybody knows Thompson's not going to run the ball. He's strictly pass catching. He may get a run here or there, but he's going to be catching the ball out of the backfield. So this process of elimination allows you, and like you said, they're running to the right side because Eric Flowers couldn't cover Stay Puff out there. So
break out the Marshmallow Man. I love it.
Yeah,
love it. So we ready to move on to week 2.
Let's do it.
We're on to the Falcons.
Sunday night, primetime, ATL, Hotlanta.
Fuck the dirty. Peace up. A-Town going down. Ooh. See that? See, Fran? I don't need weeks to come up with witty shit. Just rolls right off the tongue.
I never know what to expect against. Like, I think, and before I say it, I'll give credit to where I heard it first, but I kind of agree with it. Big Cat, he's like, fuck Atlanta, man. Like, you never know what you're going to get with them, like which team's going to show up. And he's right. Like,
absolutely.
It's so weird. Like, sometimes they look like they just can't fucking be stopped. And then you look at the names that they have and the talent that they have. And it's like, yeah, man, they're really good. And then they come out and they lay a total fucking egg against the Vikings, who are a good team. Sure. Yeah. But they're not, it's not the fucking purple people eaters up there anymore.
It's like once they hit the red zone, Dirk Cotter just like goes full fucking brain fart and doesn't know what to do anymore.
Crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't understand it, but they're the biggest enigma in the NFL to me. I never know what to think and what you're gonna get. But I mean, I feel like we should take care of business, right? I mean,
I'm confident. They kind of. I mean, it's
gonna be tough. That's a road primetime game, and playing down there in them domes is a tough thing to do.
They had a confusing week last week. So they lose to the Vikings. They lose 28-12. Sounds like a pretty good, that's a decent NFL win, right?
Right.
Well, the Falcons completely outgained them, yardage-wise. 345 yards to 269 yards. But you know what his stat is, friend? You know what killed him? The old cliche, you can always count on one of the dickhead talking heads calling the game, saying it's a key to the game. You know what that is? Turnovers. You win a turnover battle, dude. You win the game. No shit, asshole.
Well, he's notoriously,
Falcons 3 turnovers on Sunday. Vikings didn't turn the ball over once.
Yeah.
And not a single turnover and one horrific white man dance by Kirk Cousins after his touchdown.
Yeah, he's got to stop with we get it, you're excited, and you like that? Like, all right, dude, settle down. You're not good at it, so stop. Get one of the boys on your squad to help you.
Spike it.
Or put a routine together. If you're gonna do it, put some effort into it. Don't come out there and make the rest of us white guys look like fucking,
Yeah, even Cracker Ginger Jesus from the Dakotas look cool as shit rolling dice with Deshaun Jackson on Sunday.
Be careful when you throw that cracker word around. Apparently that's a hot topic these days.
Hey, you know what? I can call my own people crackers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Apparently that's the way.
I agree.
That is the way that racial slurs go. You can call your own people them. No one else can call you it.
Cracker ass, cracker.
Yeah.
Bill Burr.
Shout out Bill Burr.
So.
Bill Burr. Chris Rock?
No. That was
Yeah, Chris.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, Chris Rock. First one. Cracker ass, cracker. Yep. Check it.
Semantics.
Not semantics. That's factual information.
Dude, everything that comes out of your mouth, it's like you're like the classic one-upper. Like you have to be, you have to be right like all the time, and you're so often wrong. It's unbelievable.
That's not a one-upper. First of all, that is a correction.
It's not a correction.
It is.
If I didn't see the Chris Rock special and I saw the Bill Burr special first, it's not a correction. Just because Chris Rock put it out there first doesn't mean that it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it means he did it first.
But not to the people who don't listen to him.
Listen, if you didn't see the Chris Rock special, then I you know what? Then this conversation is null and void.
There's 45 other comedians whose specials I'll watch before I watch a Chris Rock special. Sorry.
Oh, the old school Chris Rock? Come on now. I'd rather get kicked
if
a black guy was hanging off the edge of a cliff and all he needed was one fuck to be saved, and George Bush is standing there with a whole pocket full of fucks, George Bush wouldn't give you one fuck. Anyway, moving on.
Is there a punchline there? Because I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not Chris Rock, so I can't deliver as well as Chris Rock can.
Yeah, but we know.
Oof. Friend's upset because he was wrong about the special. Mm-hmm. So what's the spread on Sunday?
You're the gambler. Let's tell the people how to lose their money again.
See, I won. Listen, you
didn't win. You put 100 units on giving the Redskins 9.5. You lost.
But in real life, I didn't put 100 units on it.
Right. So you're telling people what to do based on your acumen, acumen, and it didn't work out in your favor.
A backdoor cover. I mean, there's not much you can do about a backdoor. You got backdoored.
Okay, so what's the spread today?
I'm trying to find it. Eagles laying 1.5. It was a point. Pretty sure it opened at a point.
Yes.
Over under 51.
I'll take Eagles in the under.
Ooh, Eagles in the under?
Yeah.
Oof. All right, I'll go opposite.
You're taking Falcons in the over?
Yeah, I'll take 1.5. Eagles win by a point, 33-32.
I want to see. That's where I want to believe that it's going to go over, and it's so stupid to take an under. But the last 2 or 3 times we played them, it's been a defensive struggle the whole way. So
yeah, I don't see that on Sunday unless the Eagles, come out defensive front firing. Then the Falcons, I think, will be. I mean, even then, Falcons are still a good offense.
Yeah, all right, I'll take Eagles in the over. I'm switching it.
Oh, look at that! Quickly talked them into it.
Yo, Miami's getting 14.5 points.
That's it.
Miami's getting 14.5.
No, it's at 18 right now.
Oh wait, yeah, it is 18.5. There's a couple sites that have it at 19. Holy shit.
Yeah, ESPN has it listed as 18 over under 48. So
Arizona's getting 13.5 from. Oh, that's great. I love bad NFL teams. It's so much fun to watch them get murdered.
Well, this is a spot where that Baltimore line's probably a huge trap.
Yeah.
I would probably, if I were to actually touch that game, I would probably take the points. But I'm not touching that with your dick.
Right.
Yeah, let's go down the list real fast. Bucks, Panthers, another horrendous Thursday night football game. Panthers laying 6.5 over under 48.5.
I'll take Panthers in the over.
I'm doing the same. No, I'm taking the Bucks in the over.
You taking the points?
Yeah, give me the points.
Where's that game at?
I believe it's in Carolina.
I'll take
it. It is. Yeah, it's in Carolina. Laying 6.5.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking McCaffrey's a machine, dude. He's gonna have 4 touchdowns himself. He does every week.
I can't argue that.
And Carolina's got a decent defense, and that moron Jameis Winston, he's gonna make another stupid pregame speech and fucking throw 4 more picks.
What? You didn't like the EW speech, really?
Oh, come on.
You didn't like that? I'm surprised by that.
It's hard to watch. It's like
it is even Deshaun Jackson.
A Chris Rock fucking special.
Oh, wolf.
See what I did there? I tied it back. That was good.
Yeah. They call it a recall. And I think that the broad audience here at High and Wide are gonna grossly disagree with you on Chris Rock's comedic.
The few people that listen to this podcast are like some of your really close friends, and most of which
that's not true. My close friends don't listen. Just other people that I know.
I'm gonna give a shout out to one of our good buddies, by the way, when we're at the end of this thing. You're gonna be surprised. So who else you got? Indianapolis, Tennessee.
No, I'm going down my list. Niners, Bengals. Bengals laying 2, over under 45 in Paul Brown Stadium.
It sucks because the Bengals played really well last week. I just think they're such a fraud team, but they kind of like the new coach. So I'll take the Bengals.
I'm taking the Niners. Definitely taking the Niners. Bengals played good last week. Not going to happen 2 weeks in a row. Chargers, Lions. Chargers laying 2.5 in Detroit. Chargers lost Hunter Henry 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, fucked his leg up again. He's like Tyler Eifert, man. It's crazy.
And they're worried about Mike Williams' legs, too.
Yeah. They should be worried about that guy's fucking back because didn't he fracture his neck or something in college or something?
Yeah, something like that. Broke his back, broke his neck. Yes. That definitely happened.
Still Detroit. I'll take the Chargers.
Yeah, I'll lay the 2.5. Yeah. Chargers. Vikings, Packers at Lambeau. Green Bay laying 3.
Give me the Vikings.
Give me the Vikings. I'll take 3 points in that game. Absolutely. Green Bay did not look very good on Thursday Night Football. Colts, Titans. Titans laying 3 in Tennessee.
Colts, Titans laying what?
3.
The website I was looking at just kicked me off, so I'll take the Colts.
I'm taking the Colts too. I kind of liked the Colts last week. I think they're going to rally.
I was shocked. I'd roll with the Chargers defense in a lot of my dailies, thinking, there's no way. But Frank Reich's got those boys, playing pretty well down there.
Yeah, I figured they would rally around Jacoby and themselves. If anyone I felt was going to rally last week, it would have been the Colts over the Raiders. The Raiders definitely surprised some people.
The Broncos over the Raiders.
No. I would have picked the Colts to rally around the team to rally around themselves, as opposed to Raiders rallying around themselves. But the Raiders
I got you.
Surprised us all. I mean, the Colts rallied, obviously, even though they lost. But the Raiders game, I did not see that one coming. I don't think anyone did.
I took them to win, but I didn't think it was going to be like that. No.
Pats Dolphins laying 18 in Miami.
It's too many points to lay or to not take.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson just dropped 5 touchdowns on their head.
I know.
Through the air. So, how can you not take the Patriots? Especially if Antonio Brown plays.
For that reason, I'm gonna take the points.
just because you hate Antonio Brown so much?
No. I don't hate Antonio. I love Antonio Brown. I think it's just it's gonna be a general.
Are you perpetuating rape culture with that
get
statement?
to know you? Period. Hey, none of it's been.
Bills, Giants.
If he came on her back, how was that rape? I don't understand. How are you in a position with a guy?
Well,
him to come on your back and have that rape?
Shefty's story got a little more in depth. Shefty wrote an article too, and Shefty says that the same story that the New York Times put out, where like the first incident was like he exposed himself and like started like jerking it, and then the second time he came on her back, and then Shefty's story, the third time he pushed her down into the mattress and raped her from behind.
Think about what you just said there, though, right? It's like the first time, the second time, the third. What? Like, how is this happening on multiple? Like, how are you allowing yourself to be in this position? I don't get it.
Yeah, I try and stay away from those kind of thoughts because, trying to have a victim like that, rationalize thought.
No, I get it. Yeah,
that's a tough spot. We'll never be in that situation. No one's looking to rape us, thank God. So we'll never have to try and figure out what's inside the mind of a victim. Bills, Giants. Bills. Your boy Allen, laying 1.5 against the Giants.
I like the Bills, man.
It's in New Jersey, too. It's not in New York.
Yeah, I like the Bills. I like what they're doing out there.
I like the Bills, too. Taking the Bills. I'll lay 1.5. And, as always, fuck the Giants.
Yeah, right?
Seahawks, Steelers. In Pittsburgh laying 4.5 after getting pistol whipped by the Patriots on Sunday Night Football.
See, now here's what's going to happen. I'm going to say, just based on again, I'm not a big gambler. I don't typically do these types of bets, but I'll take the Seahawks with the points, thinking that this is going to be a field goal game, and then watch Pittsburgh. And also because I'm sitting Roethlisberger this week, they're going to fucking blow up. So.
So you hear that, everyone? Franny's sitting Roethlisberger. So definitely start Roethlisberger if you got him, and take Pittsburgh. And whatever their team total is, bet their team over on their team total. Pittsburgh's about to blow up. Another AFC or NFC East battle. Cowboys and Skins. Cowboys going to Landover, laying 5.5.
Give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys are going to win that game. Fuck the Cowboys.
They're good, dude.
Fuck the ass. So I tweeted, I don't know if you saw this. I saw this video in Dallas Stadium, Texas Stadium, whatever they fucking call that shitty fucking monstrosity. They have this kiosk where you can walk up, you can put money in, and then you go through. They give you a list of Cowboys players' names, and you pick, I don't know, like 4 or 5 of them, and then whoever you want to take a picture with, whatever people you're with, you stand there, and then all of a sudden the Cowboys that you picked come like walking in around you, and they set up, and it's just this one big picture with all these Cowboys, which is pretty cool idea. It sucks that you have to do it with Cowboys. And it probably costs, I think parking down there, I think it's like $1,000 a game just to park. So that picture's got to be like, what, $2,500? You got to finance it. That's the worst part. You got to finance it. You actually have to open a credit card
to get the 15% off in order to get afford.
But the APR is 37.5%. Yeah. So they get you. Jerry Jones opened his new line of credit.
Somebody's going to pay Dak and Elliott and the 2 linebackers and the offensive line.
Yeah, as the Cowboys go into Landover to spank the Redskins, the Adrian Peterson-led Redskins. Oh, my God. Adrian Peterson and Case Keenum. Whew.
Yeah.
Like, what? There's no ray of hope in Washington.
No.
You just drafted a quarterback in the first round.
That's the problem, though. That's an Ohio State quarterback back there. So
It's true. We've gone over that. It's not Ohio State quarterbacks. Urban Meyer quarterbacks.
Okay.
Urban Meyer doesn't have any good quarterback. Every single good quarterback in college has been bad in the NFL, right?
What else you got?
Cards Ravens. Baltimore laying 13.5 in B-More.
I'll take the points.
Yeah, I'll take the points too there. Ravens win that game though, no doubt.
Yeah.
Obviously 13.5 point spread there. Should be fucking winning that game. Jags, Texans. Texans laying 9 in Houston. I'm taking the points.
I'll take Houston.
I'm taking the points. What's that rookie's name that the Jags marched out there after our boy Nick Foles? R.I.P. dog broke his collarbone. His clavicle.
It's a shame. Isn't it a shame, dude? Like, I feel so bad for the dude. But if he would have just listened to me and listened to my rationale as to why he should have stayed here and just held the clipboard and let Carson do his thing and collect a nice paycheck. Because when he leaves here, he goes to other teams and he gets fucking hurt. And he stinks when he's there. He just fucking stayed here. He deserves all that money. He deserves to be a starting quarterback. I'm not saying that. I love the guy. Big Nick. But he should have just fucking stayed here. Because every time he leaves here, injuries. And he fucking stinks.
Spin zone. I'm happy for Nick Foles. Happy for Nick Foles because he got paid, right? And now he doesn't have to fucking stand back there and take licks for a shitty fucking football team. He gets paid to stand in the beautiful sunshine of Jacksonville, Florida, and doesn't have to get hit. That was me vomiting in my own mouth because Jacksonville is a horrible, horrible, horrible city.
True story. It is one of the dumpiest places I've ever had the misfortune of going.
Dumping ground. It's like it's on par with the Meadowlands.
Like St. Louis,
but hotter all the time.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Raiders.
What's the spread on that?
Big Red laying the tutty.
Where's that game at?
It's in Oakland.
I'll take the points.
On the baseball field. Taking the points? Yeah. Big Red kicks their dick in. Raiders blew their nut week 1. Now I think the Raiders will score some points. So over under 53. That game's going to go over. Chiefs may go over on their own.
Okay.
Probably not. Maybe like 30, 43 points, maybe 43, 45 points. I think that'll go way over. Way over. Because Chiefs can't stop anyone on defense. And I don't think the Raiders can really either. They let Joe Flacco score, like 18 on them? Jesus Christ. Bears, Broncos in Denver. Chicago laying 2.5. Over-unders 40.5. Is this the low? This is the low of the week. 40.5. I think at 40.5, they still may go under.
Yeah, I'll take the Bears.
Because Joe Flacco could only put, what did we say, 18 points up, whatever it was, against the Raiders.
Yeah.
The Bears, I don't see them doing that.
This is going to be like a 9-3 game.
Yeah, this is going to be like a NFL championship game where there's like 47 total yards and there's a 6-3 score.
Yeah.
And the only reason they got field goals was because some dickhead in a leather helmet fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
And they lost 6 yards and kicked the field goal. Because you win the turnover battle. You win the turnover battle, dude. Now we got one more game. Saints-Rams. Rams laying 2.5 in the Coliseum.
Ooh. Rams laying points?
Rams laying 2.5.
I'll take. I'm looking at a line that says they're -3, so I'll take my line and I'll take the Saints getting 3, and I'll take the over.
I'm thinking I'm going to take the Saints money line on that one. I think Saints win outright.
Yeah,
I like the over too.
Getting 3 points.
Over 52.
Yeah,
I like that one
for sure.
We already talked the Eagles, Falcons, Browns, Jets.
Ugh.
Oh, the Turd Bowl.
Ugh.
This is also in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Quick turnover for the crew in Jersey. Browns laying 2.5.
I'll take the Brownies.
Yeah, I'm taking the Browns. I think the Browns roll.
Yeah.
Bounce back week for Baker Mayfield. Oh, here's a bet. Here's a prop bet. Player prop bet. This is like Super Bowl caliber player prop bet.
How much money is the watch he's going to be wearing next week worth?
Will he wear the $200,000 watch? Yes or no?
I think out of spite he has to.
Yeah, absolutely. He's such a prima donna. He's fucking better wear that goddamn watch. Why receivers like this? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. It's weird.
Oh my god.
I kind of hope this is when you need a guy like Aqib Talib who just like would
snatch it right off.
Search for him in a pile and just smash it.
Oh
you know what I mean? Just to do that. Like he don't even care about the game. He just fucking rips chains off and breaks washes and
shoots himself in the leg.
Yeah.
What? Literally?
Yeah.
Literally. Hey, I hear you. Let's do that. Let's get Aqib signed up for a week. I'm sure he's on the street. There's no doubt about it. Aqib Talib's on the street, right? Literally. He's literally on the street right now. He's probably slanging rocks.
He's wheeling and dealing, bro. He's got to make that money.
Right, no, he doesn't. That's the thing. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to make that money. He's just about that life.
He's about that life, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, he retired just so he could be like Omar from The Wire. Be a stick-up kid. And the gay part, too. He's a gay stick-up kid. He
All right.
fucking shoot himself in the leg. Right, dickhead. So who leads the Eagles in which running back in touches week 2?
I'm going to go Sanders.
You going Sanders?
Followed by Howard.
All right, I'm going to say Howard leads the way. Just so we can have a contradictory bet. What about who most targets week 2? Eagles.
Most targets, I'll go with Zach Ertz.
All right. I'm going to go with a shocker. I'm going to go Nelson Aguilar. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I have no reason.
Well, they're going to have to pay attention to Deshaun and Jeffrey.
I think the Eagles are going to kill him underneath.
Yeah.
10 to 15 yards, it's just going to be picking them apart.
That's why I went with Zach. Plus, he kind of got overlooked a little bit. Not overlooked, but he kind of got left behind a little bit last week. So.
Yeah, everybody got left behind right when Deshaun's dancing in the end zone all goddamn day.
Fuck. I'll take that all day.
Goddamn right. One more. Let's do one more. One more question. Will Julio Jones score a red zone touchdown?
Fuck, my immediate reaction was no, but I feel like he will.
I'm saying no then. All right, you go yes, I go no.
Our corners are fucking terrible.
Hey, our corners.
See, you kind of saved yourself though with the red zone touchdown, right?
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah,
because there's a high probability that he'll catch
Fuck it, I'll say yeah.
Like whoever kind of dickhead. Who's our punter's name? I don't even know our fucking punter. Our punter probably gonna pin him down inside the 5. They'll run some bullshit bubble screen, and Julio Jones will break fucking. Sendejo will actually be somehow inside Julio's pants and still won't be able to tackle him, and Julio will score a goddamn touchdown. But they'll be on the 1, and they'll throw. Somehow they'll get a unsportsmanlike or a first down penalty on a 4th and goal. So Julio will get 8 shots from the 1 on jump balls and won't score. Yeah. But he'll have a 95-yard ridiculous.
Yeah, right. It's either, if he doesn't get the long touchdown, he'll just have 17 catches for 184 yards, and Calvin Ridley will have 4 catches for 32 yards and 4 fucking touchdowns.
Yeah. How about Antonio Brown? How many yards?
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
It's 126.
Does any of this matter? 126?
Yeah. 10 catches, 126.
Wait, Price is Right rules?
What's that?
You can't go over. Closest 2 without going over. Price is Right rules. You have 126. I'm going 127.
You would. You got to do something to redeem yourself after last week's vomit that you spewed.
Hey, what are you gonna do about with 6 seconds on the clock? Backdoor cover. Those things happen. You got to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and you get back at it.
So I want to do a couple quick shout outs before we're done here.
Oh, we shouting out?
Yeah, a couple quick shout outs.
Okay. Who are we shouting out?
I'm shouting out you and I.
Okay.
Because props to us. We did a fantasy show. We told you how to draft for season long. We told you some of the basics about things you should do while you're drafting, some of the do's and don'ts. And we gave you not just we didn't give you the Adam Schefter tiered projections, right? Because any fucking idiot with a computer can look at a list and tier them up. We gave you in-depth, like, these guys are set for a breakout year. And, I mean, it is only week 1, but I don't know how long you and I are going to be doing this, so I'm fucking shouting it out now. We gave you Lamar Jackson. We gave you Latavius Murray. We gave you Marquise Brown. And we gave you Mark Andrews. And holy shit, if you look at the guys who won the Millionaire Makers on FanDuel and DraftKings, guess what? All those fucking guys were on their rosters. And and that's the kind of content you can expect from us, I feel like, at this point. Like, that's where we're at as a pair. We give you good shit. So
yeah, we're awesome.
Back slaps to you and I. And then the other mention, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to try to hold back the vomit as I do it.
Oh, no.
Your buddy,
ugh.
Hey, part of the High and Wide FanDuel collection, Mr. Dan Spencer.
Oh, he's not my buddy. Acquaintance.
Kudos to you.
He's an acquaintance.
It was a hell of a lineup he put together there for week 1, and he smashed everybody. So he won our first, week 1. So kudos to you, Mr. Spencer. I know you hate my guts, but it's okay. I'm giving you props because you put together a hell of a lineup. So
fun. Two fun facts about Dan. One, he wears like a size 8 fitted hat. He's a gigantic fucking head. That's not an exaggeration. I think he wears an 8. Other fun fact: when he was a kid, like if you made a shot in basketball and it was nothing but net. He used to say "kof" instead of like swoosh or swish. He would go "kof."
I always wondered why his fantasy teams were named that.
Yeah, fucking psychopath. All right, yeah, good job, Dan. You had a good week. Now, fucking text me about it again. I'm blocking you.
Oh, what's he doing? Is he hitting you up hard about it?
Yeah,
that's great.
He was
that's
gloating.
A good flex, man.
All right, I wouldn't say. All right, I don't think that.
Shit on everybody.
I don't think the text went past Monday.
That roster in a couple regular tournaments because
he printed it out and he's getting it framed. He's hanging it on the wall.
I hope he put it in a couple lineups, man, because that could have won him some decent money.
I looked at what he would have won some money. He wouldn't have won anything crazy because it's impossible to win in the big tournaments unless you have 150 lineups worth of money and a computer that can put out all those different algorithms and all that good stuff. But we don't have that stuff, so fuck them.
Yeah.
All right, so Eagles coming out strong. They're going to come out strong, or they're coming out weak. Start the game.
I think, I know we made our picks already, but I kind of think this might be an L week. I think when we did the schedules earlier on in the year, I think we both picked this game as an L.
I don't remember. My memory's not that good. Listen, if you want to prove us wrong, go ahead, download the episode that we predicted games, and let us know. Other than that, whatever this outcome is going to be, that's what we picked because we can't be stopped.
You should have been a hedge fund manager, bro.
I should have, but I drank way too much in college. I couldn't have done that stuff. I had trouble going to like English class, let alone fucking finance. Anyway, thanks for listening.
All right, go Birds, baby. Fuck the Falcons.
Fuck Dallas.
And now for something completely different.
All right, welcome back. Going to switch it up here. Get into another Mount Rushmore. Getting back into the movie Mount Rushmores. We got away from movies for a little while. Getting back to it. We're going with movie Mount Rushmore of sequels. Now, we're not saying sequels that were better than the originals because that's a few. I don't even know if we can come up with 8 of those because they're so few and far between.
Yeah, these are just
our favorite sequels of all time.
Yeah.
Franny, the keeper of who the fuck's turn it is.
What was the last subject we did?
We did fantasy football team names. I think I started.
Yeah. So it's
I
my
went
turn.
I went with somewhere over. Did I start with somewhere over Dwayne Bell?
Yes, you did. You did.
I did. I kicked down the door for that one.
Yeah, you came out the gates firing with that. Was a great one.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going first. I guess it's kind of. I feel like this is a no-brainer. Terminator 2.
Ooh, T2 to lead off.
2 coming out the gate. I mean, I don't know if it gets any better than that.
It does.
I mean, there's a.
It does.
I'll wait till you make your pick, but I'm going to make a statement about a certain franchise that they don't even deserve. Not that they don't deserve, but they're above. They're kind of like the Rocky of this list for me, anyway.
All right, well, let's see let's hold off. Let's wait unless I pick it now, and then we can get into it a little bit. I'm shocked by the T2 pick coming out the gate. Actually,
is that on your list?
It is. It is on my list. I was on Twitter recently, and there's a kid. I think he might be like a senior, maybe a freshman at Miami. He's either at Miami or going to Miami next year. And he, in his like Twitter handle, had T2. Like his name is whatever. Like his name kind of associates with T2. Well, when he posted his name, he then was like, for anyone who doesn't know, T2 stands for Terminator 2. And that's like, I felt really old that we finally had a generation of people who are in or going to college who don't know that T2 is Terminator 2.
Bro, they're teaching 9/11 in textbooks, man.
But that's history.
I know, dude. I know.
Kids aren't even cultured, don't know what T2 is.
Dude, trust me when I tell you. I know.
All right, anyway, quick rant over. I'm going with my first pick out the gate is one of those movies where the sequel is better than the original, is The Godfather 2.
Yeah, so that was the franchise I was talking about. To me, they're works of art. So, I mean,
there's only two. If you ask me, there's only two.
Yeah, but I mean, they're all. It's just
phenomenal.
Absolutely, so
phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
So,
and it's funny you brought up Rocky. I started showing my daughter Rocky. Dude, it's hard to be a fan of Rocky at this advanced age.
Why?
It's bad.
Well, you got separate the actual films from the stigma that we as Philadelphians have to deal with because of that movie.
I do. I don't carry any ill will to it because people obsess about it. I don't like the fact that people obsess about it and that it's like, the dong anytime it's like third and long and the defense is on the field, dong. You get that the Rocky tone. I hate that, but I don't hate Rocky because of that. Dude, Rocky 1 is good. After that, I even think Rocky 4 or 5 might be better than Rocky 2.
Well, I think 2 is great because he wins it. I mean, how is that not amazing?
Yeah, but it's so corny the way he wins it.
Well, I don't know.
Anyway, that's for another day. Talk for another day.
So my number 2 pick, which is kind of a newer, but I don't know. The Dark Knight is a really good fucking movie.
It is. It's on my list.
Okay. I mean, I loved Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
You do?
I thought he was great when that one came out, but Heath Ledger, Jesus.
He's an actual clown with Jack Nicholson.
Well, he'd be good in that movie, dude. Come on.
I'm not saying he was...
Dance with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight?
I'm not saying he was bad in it, but I think it's a horrible representation of the Joker.
It was the fucking late 80s, early 90s. What did you.
I think it's terrible representation of Joker. But that's my opinion.
It was better than the Jim Carrey version. That was an atrocity.
Jim Carrey was a Riddler, right?
Oh, that's right. He was the Riddler. Okay. Well, it still sucked. All right, what's your next pick?
What was that? Oh, God, what's his name? The governor. Oh. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze, right?
Mr. Freeze, yeah.
Oh, God, that's bad. I'm going to go with my next pick. I'm going National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Fuck you. Fuck, man. That was my next pick.
Wish you could.
That's the only comedy that has a decent sequel. You know what I mean? I didn't find too many comedies that had really good sequels.
That might be a fair assessment. I'll have to think a little bit. Oh, I don't know. I see one now. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's a comedy, though. Nah, it's not listed as a comedy. But it definitely has comedic value to it. Go ahead. Your turn.
Genius, by the way. Genius movie. Great movie.
Christmas Vacation?
Yeah, this is just a really good movie.
Absolutely. That's the gift that keeps on giving all year.
Shitter's full. Oh, fuck. Fuck my whole thing up. That was my next movie. V2, Dark Knight. See, I didn't get into, like, Star Wars and all that shit. Like, those will never make any list for me. Except for maybe a list of movies that I'll never watch. I'm gonna go, Lethal Weapon 2.
That was the one that I saw. It's like kind of like, it's an action thriller listed, but
It's funny at times, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You got Lethal Weapon 2. All right.
I got my next one. Don't you fucking take it.
I might take it.
You motherfucker.
Home Alone 2.
No, that's not it. Thank God.
Lost in New York.
That's good though. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Never. If it's on, you're gonna leave it
for
on.
For what it is, yeah. It's like, you know.
I mean, you're rarely gonna search it out to look for it.
No.
To find
but
it.
If it's on,
yeah.
Stop and watch.
Yeah, fucking ain't right.
All right. So my last pick, and I'm glad I found it. It's Major League 2.
Oh, good call.
Okay. Definitely Major League 2.
All right, I saved this one, especially after
on some white walls.
That's in the first one.
Yeah, I know, but it still had to be said.
I don't know. Ricky's carrying his right a little low. It might hurt him in the later rounds. All right, since you weren't going to pick it, I was able to save it. This is another one that the sequel's probably better than the original. Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, who cares? Fucking
I know you're not a Star Wars guy. We can't all be perfect. Empire Strikes Back is a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, that's although I've never seen all of them all the way through, I have seen bits and pieces, and I do pay attention to movies. It's one of the things about me. Very into movies and shit. So, of course, I understand the magnitude of that movie, and generally everything I hear about it is that it is by far better than the first. So, yeah, I see how that makes a list. Every list I've looked at, by the way, has it number 2. So.
Oh, nice. What do they have? Godfather 2 as one?
Yeah, Godfather 2's.
So I clearly won this. Another W.
You know,
put another W in the book.
Another? I don't know that you have one yet. You take this one, you can have it. But
stop it.
Everybody I've talked to.
I got fantasy football team names, no doubt.
I don't know. That's a toss-up.
I got. What else I got?
You don't have much, dude.
White NBA players.
No way.
Crushed you in that.
No fucking way.
Crushed you. I thought of another one the other day too.
You're fucking crazy.
Another white legend. Did we talk about Kirk Heinrich?
He didn't even make honorable mentions. Get the fuck out of here, Kirk
Heinrich is a fucking legend. I know, he was great. Loved him in Kansas. Loved him way more in Kansas than I did in the NBA.
Better than that left shrimp. Get the fuck out of here. If you weren't an NBA Jam, you don't make the fucking list. How about that?
Whoa. It's not his fault. He came after NBA Jam. He can't help Father Time.
You got any honorable mentions for this list?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Toy Story 2.
Yeah, I don't watch the cartoon movies either, but.
Come on, man.
Superman 2?
Superman 2, yeah, sure. Superman 2. What else did I have here? Evil Dead 2.
Yeah. The Color of Money I thought was a really good movie.
Okay.
Equal to The Hustler.
Do
you watch any of the Marvels?
No.
There's a bunch of them on all these lists that are, sequels in a sense. They're not like Captain America 2. They're just something, it's just the next movie in the Captain America series. So a lot of love for them, I keep seeing.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King, that was good.
Yeah.
For the time that I was into the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, not bad.
Now I want to stab myself in the eye with a needle if they're on.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Oh yeah, definitely. Born Supremacy.
Yeah, and Police Academy was another one.
Police Academy's a good one. That's a good call.
Let me ask you a question about. Have you ever seen Clerks?
Of course.
Did you like Clerks too?
I don't think that I've seen Clerks too.
Right. So it keeps popping up, and I'm like, Clerks. The original Clerks is fucking incredible, but no love for Clerks 2. I mean, I think I saw it, but I don't remember it. So that's
I just pulled it up. I've definitely seen it, but it didn't leave a lasting mark. Although the whole universe of what's his name?
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith's movie universe is pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, and they all kind of intertwine. Like,
Yeah.
Mallrats was a great fucking movie.
Kill Bill Volume 2 is good.
No, stop. Oh, I thought you were connecting
them.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you were trying to connect them to the Kevin Smith movies. I was like, oh wait, no. Yeah, Kill Bill's alright. I didn't get much from that.
I liked it a lot when they first came out, but yeah. Die Hard 2 is not the one.
Die Hard 2 is terrible.
Yeah, that's not the one. What's it? Die Hard with a Vengeance. Yeah, that's the one where where they
New York?
get into
Hans' brother.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good one.
Him and Samuel L. Jackson running around the city trying to put these fucking bombs out.
Yes, good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as usual, another victory in the book for me.
Yeah, of course.
What are you gonna do? Hey,
let the people decide. I don't know that I stand a chance in this one because you took the two. You did what we never do. Chose movies that we exempt because they're just in a different tier. But whatever. If you needed to do that to get yourself a win, then that's fine.
We didn't exempt these movies.
Hey, listen.
And you had the opportunity to take Empire Strikes Back, and you declined.
I'm not.
This is not for you. It's fine. This is the first time you didn't pander to the audience. I'm proud of you.
No, I never pander to the audience.
It's up for debate. That's a debate for another show. We could just have that debate show. Does Franny pander to the audience? Yes. All right, we're taking it out. Everybody, thanks for listening. Another episode. Real quick, don't forget to go over and check out our friends at Sports Talk Philly. They added another podcast.
Yeah?
Yeah, they added another one, which is fine because they're obviously not as good as we are. But they might be all right. Give them a listen. I haven't listened. Actually, I scanned it. If you like us, that podcast probably isn't your cup of tea. But go ahead, go give them a listen.
Oh, they like real smart dudes.
I don't know. They're just it doesn't seem like they have much fun.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not here to talk shit. I don't mean to talk shit. Go over. It's like section 247 podcast or something like that. I don't know.
5, isn't it?
Nah.
It's a section in the link. I gotcha. Yeah.
I think it's a section they might have sat in or whatever they want to call it. Anyway, go over to Sports Talk Philly after you download and listen to our podcast and give us 5 stars. Go ahead, give them a little try. Give them a little taste. Other than that, go Birds.
Go Birds, baby. Let's get it done.
Go 2-0. Going to dominate the Falcons. Dip our balls and Dirk Cutter's cereal.
All up in them shits.
All right. Say goodbye to the people, Fran.
Deuces.
Peace.
West Coast Kid.